Hi guys. Okay, we're back. So today's video, I'm going to do a little experimenting with the Mix 2 Mold uh, ceramic resin powder. Um, in my previous video, I already had mixed it and made a couple of things, and I showed you them, and then I went on and I embellished them and things of that nature, and I showed you the, but I didn't really show you the process. I only did one small Buddha, and that was like 1, 2, 3 easy. So today I want to experiment. I want to do the colors that came with this, which is the pigment ink. Then I want to try mica powders. I want to try metallic alcohol ink, and I'm going to try some acrylic paint as well. Let me get the paint. Try some bright yellow. Okay, so I have another mica powder here, Fire Engine Red. I'm gonna try that. This red that I bought, their pigment ink. You know, anything red that you put into white turns pink. But I didn't put enough of it, and it was so light. Well, we're gonna try. All right, so the cup issue, the cup that came that I bought with this Mix 2 Mold, right? At the beginning, I was just looking at it. It says extra large, large, medium, and small. But I really didn't pay attention. I guess I was so busy trying to convert from these measurements into ounces and grams and so forth that I really didn't pay attention. If you notice on this side, it has quite a volume of extra large, large, medium, and small. This is for the powder side. And down on the opposite side, it has the same thing, the extra large, large, medium, and small, but this is for the water content. So if you measure your water and then you measure your powder correctly, you'll never go wrong. So it doesn't matter if you're doing grams, cups, ounces, whatever. If you do this measurement as per labeled on this cup, you'll get the right consistency every time. Now, being that I'm going to use a mica powder, I'm going to use 2 different mica powders. I'm going to use this red. I'm going to use this like gold color to see how it comes out. Being that it's powder, I would think that it will make it thicker quicker and it will set quicker because powder on powder. So I'm gonna put a little bit more water when I do this particular color concept to see how it comes out. I'm also gonna try chunky glitter, and I'm gonna try fine glitter. I'm not gonna incorporate it into the mix because I know that's gonna disappear because it's an opaque white. So it's nothing's gonna happen. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on the bottom of the mold, whatever mold I'm going to use, and then pour it in and see when I pull it out if the glitter adheres to it and stays on it, or does it the glitter stay there and then disappear. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. So I put some chunky gold glitter on the bottom of this, some fine silver glitter on the bottom of this. I got some gold mica powder in here. I got some yellow acrylic paint in here. I have some red mica powder. And I have the teal pigment ink in this one. Now, I didn't want to open this and pour it in because it's alcohol metallic ink. And I don't know if it's going to dissipate by the time I mix up the product. So I'm going to leave that like that. So I've noticed that if I have the powder down first and I pour the water into it, it becomes lumpy and it's hard to get the bottom of the powder to mix well. And sometimes I have dry parts. So I like putting the water and then adding the powder and mixing as I go. That's what I like to do. So that's what I'm going to do here. I have my powder. I did a medium to large, and I'm going to incorporate the powder now. little bit more powder. All right. So it's still a little watery, but like I said, I'm not too sure about the mica powders. So I'm going to do the watery with the mica powders, and then I'll put the rest of my powder in. So I'm going to pour some in here, and I'm going to pour some in here. All right. And I'm going to mix. See what happens. Looks pretty good. I can feel it thickening. This is the molds we're going to use. All right. So I'm going to pour this one into the round. That's the round. I'm not going to fill it up all the way. These are just like test shots. And then I'm going to do this. I'm recording. And I'm going to do this one now. This needs a little bit more though. I'll put a little bit more. Okay. This is the red mica powder, red engine red. Looks good so far. It doesn't look pinkish. I don't know. Let me see. It's still on the top. Oh. I'm making a mess, guys. It's not mixing that well. You know, mica powder, you really have to mix. So it looks pinkish. What you think? It looks nasty. Oh, it's lumpy. Oh, I'm making a mess. It looks really, really lumpy. I don't know if it's gonna come out. Let me see. I'm mixing. Okay, guys. So I don't know what happened. I think I got a phone call or something, and I got bumped off my video. But anyway, this is what we're up to. I made red mica powder. This is the blue teal of that mix to mold that came with it. This is yellow gold mica powder, and this is gold acrylic paint. And this one, I don't know, it's like, ooh, I don't know, it's not congealing, it's not getting hard. And this one was the alcohol in the metallic gold alcohol ink. And that's a hot mess. But anyway, so we're gonna leave this here. We're gonna leave it to see if it cures. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna cure. It's so watery. But anyway, I'm gonna put you on pause, and I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. Let's see how my little experiment came out. Now, as you can see, this red one, all of that is like flaky. See? I don't know. But we're going to take them out. We're going to see what it do. All right? So I'm going to take this and clean it out right quick. All right. So let's peel this one out. I got a big bubble there. See it? That's a chunk of powder. Let's see. See, that's all powder in there. You see it? So it didn't adhere. I should have squeezed it a little. But that's what it came out. So this was the red mica powder. All right. Let's go over here. one came out. Oh, not bad, not bad. Feels nice and smooth. So this was that gold yellow mica powder. Okay. Let's try this one now. So this is the one that I put the chunky gold glitter in it. And it was the teal mix to mold pigment that I bought. So let me see. I didn't adhere to it. The side ones went in, but the top, not bad. Like when I seal it, it'll probably stay in better. And it'll give it more of a shine also. This one was the one that was still watery for a long time. And it's a little warm at the bottom. And this was the acrylic yellow paint. So I got a bubble, big bubble here. Let me see. Yep. Didn't adhere. So it kind of blended in, but then not. And I'll seal all of these as well. And then I'll post a picture. This one was the metallic gold alcohol ink, and that did not work at all. I'm gonna tell you right now. That absorbed it all the way in. You can see it here very, very lightly, but on the opposite side, nothing. And then, you know, I had dripped some mica powder in there when I was mixing. I made a mess. So it looks like a marble. That's what it reminds me of, like a marble effect. See that? Then I mixed some green mica powder because I had some left over. It's green. So the mica powders definitely do work. You could use any color mica powder and you're going to get fantastic results with the mica powder. Just remember to add a little bit more water because you're putting powder on powder. So it's going to make it thicker, right? And this is some blue, like a sky blue. It was darker, but you know, since it's white, the powder is white. So even if you put dark, 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 it's going to make it a light blue. And then I had just regular white. It's very, very soft. It feels almost like glass-like. See, that's how much I had left over. And then I made another small batch and I filled it up. All right. So that's that mold. I have to give this a nice scrub. And then I have some leftover. So since I had some leftover, I decided to make another Buddha. Because I had some in there from another batch. So I wanted to continue to fill it up. This was a gold, red, and orange resin, regular epoxy resin that I had left over, and I just poured it in. But I didn't have enough to fill up the mold, so this leftover that I had, I just threw it in there, and now she's like two-toned. Right, so I'm gonna put that right there, and then I have leftover here, so we're gonna crunch it up. And we're going to throw it in here with my other pieces. And then when I want to fill up a mold, I'm going to use these pieces. And I'll fill up my volume. Right? So we're going to put that in there. I have some fell over here on my silicone mat. So we're going to put that in there as well. I have my pieces in there. All right. So let's bring in all the little ring holders I made. And I had left over, so I did a little bird. I love this bird mold. I have like 1,000,000 birds in every single color imaginable. My little bird. Tweet, 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 tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. So what you think, guys? Now you know you definitely can do mica powders. Look at that. Definitely can do mica powders. I think this one's gonna come out nice once I seal it with some gloss varnish, and then I could fill up all them little like holes that it has. I think this one's gonna come out really nice. And I'm gonna varnish this as well because it looks so matted dull. All right. So what you think, guys? Let me know. Hit me up. Let me know how you feel about the little experiment. You hear how they sound? I like them. I think it's so cool. Right? What you think? Just a little experiment. You never know until you try. And then you'll know what to do and what not to do. What can you put in and what can't you? Right? You know, this fire engine red mica powder, when I mix it up in epoxy resin, it blends in so well. But when I was putting it into this ceramic resin, I noticed that it just didn't want to incorporate. I was mixing and 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 mixing, and it just wouldn't, it wouldn't dilute into it. It just wouldn't. As you can see, all them little spots, all them little dots, it's just the mica powder that did not break up. It's just solid. It wouldn't look. That was a big clump. All of this was just powder on top, and I kept mixing and mixing, and it just wouldn't, it wouldn't break up. It wouldn't incorporate at all. I don't know. Maybe another type of mica powder wouldn't, because when I did this and this is Baltic Day mica powder, and when I put it in, it blended in. As you can see, there is no lumps of mica powder. It just blended in so nicely. Right? This is mica powder as well. This is acrylic paint. This took a while for it to set up, but once it's set up, you can hear the difference though. Right? This is regular. I didn't put any. Do you hear the difference? Like this is set up more than this, and you can feel it too. You can feel the moisture that's still in it. And the instruction says even though you could pull it out in an hour, you do have to wait the full 48 hours for this to completely dry. Right? So I'm going to wait the 48 hours, and after the 48 hours, I'm going to put a varnish on them. I'm going to put like 3 to 5 coats of varnish, and then I'll take some pictures, or I'll make a real quick video so you can see the end results. All right? So hit me up. Send me some comments. Give me some thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Let me know, if you have gone out and gotten the mixture yet. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, it's quick, fast. You can incorporate colors now that you can see, and you can make something, you know? And the cost effective. And all you need is water. There's no part B, part A, mix it. You got to wait 24 hours or longer, and a mess and epoxy all. But I do wear gloves because I have eczema, and sometimes I have little cracks in my skin, and I don't know what this is going to do to my eczema, so I don't want to irritate it more than what it is. So I suggest to everybody to always wear their PPE. If you have any kind of underlying conditions like asthma or upper respiratory conditions, this powder is very fine. It's mist. It blows all over the place. So wear a mask. What can it hurt? It can't hurt, right? You need to keep safe. So if you're a subscriber and you're coming back to check me out, I thank you so much for subscribing and coming back to check out my video. If you're not a subscriber and you're brand new, maybe you'll like to, hit the subscribe button and become a subscriber and make my channel grow. And don't forget to give me those thumbs up. All right? And I'll see you in the next video. You have a great day. Bye.